Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's a new day. We thank the good Lord. It's a new day. Thank God it's a new day. Every new day is a blessing. So good to see you. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, you, and you. Thanks for stopping by. It's me, WJ, on our channel, One Life, Many Seasons. Well, a good someone, sent me this story. Apparently, it's been all over the, the social media, and wondered if I had my own perspective on the story. So I decided I will react to it and give my 2 cents to it, what I think. Story was about Shaquille O'Neal. I know it's a household name. Everyone knows who Shaq is. If you don't, you will. Shaq is one of my favorite big men in basketball. I'm a basketball fan. I guess you could call me a basketball junkie. I don't know. I follow in season, out of season, off season, preseason, postseason. Anything basketball, I'm following. By default, I'm a New York Knicks fan. They actually doing good this year. But we're not talking basketball today. We're actually talking about the story that was sent to me that I wanted to, just give my take on. Story about Shaq, and more importantly, his ex-wife, Shaunie. I believe they were married for about 7 years. That's my understanding, and they are obviously divorced at this point, separated for about a few years or so. I don't know how many exactly, but they have been divorced now for, I guess, in excess of 13 or 15 years. So it's actually been a while. But the story that's just come out is that she mentioned or indicated that she never really loved him. So I just want to play the version of the story from E.T. Entertainment Tonight that was sent to me, and I'll give my take on it as well. But I love love. I love relationship, and I like to see a good relationship. And if a relationship is not doing well, I always wish and pray and hope that it could get better. I just like to see a successful relationship. I think it's a good thing. So why don't we just get right into it, and I'll give my take as we go along the way. And please remember, please put your comments as well. I'd like to know what you think as well. What is your take? What's your perspective on this? Just be open, and we could have the discussion. At the end of the day, we just try to help one another. This is so we can make the world and relationships better. Why don't we just get right into the story right now? All right? So we'll get right into it now. Okay, let's do this. Boom.
I'm sure people want to know what's the ups and downs of being married to me. Go ahead, you can say it. I give you permission to go ahead and say it.
20 years later, Shaunie Henderson spilling details about her marriage to ex-husband Shaquille O'Neal, admitting she's not sure she ever truly loved the former NBA star during their 9-year marriage.
All right, let's just stop there for a second. 20 years after. When relationships don't work, they don't work for a reason. And I think part of the healing process, right, is to, especially if you've decided to go your separate ways, just let it be. It's okay. because we all always have to remember there are always two sides to a story. As some people like to say that there is your side, my side, and then there's the truth, however they want to say it. So for me, when a relationship, especially if it's gone that long, and if you've decided as adults to go your separate ways, I just think you just let it be. Just leave it alone. Just go your way. You could still be cordial, but there's really no need. It's like reliving the past again. That's just not relevant to the present. Right? 20 years, and all of a sudden you believe, or you now know, that you never loved him, but you were married to him. He asked you to marry him. You said yes. You went to the altar, wherever you had your wedding. You said, I do. And you called up the wedding. Not called up the wedding. You filed for divorce at some point for whatever the reason. And years later, you now come and say, oh, I never loved him. Well, for me, I'm thinking, well, you already ended it. So I'm not really sure why you're really saying that. But I have my take on that. So let's just keep listening to this.
The confession comes from Shaunie's new book, Undefeated, Changing the Rules and Winning on My Own Terms, which released Tuesday. And now Shaq'S responding to his ex-wife's eye-catching words, posting a short but sweet message to Instagram, seemingly reflecting on his past. I understand. I wouldn't have been in love with me either.
The ups, it's more ups.
What is a man to say? And if was a flip side, if it was the woman that said that, what is a woman to say? Bottom line, what is he supposed to say, really? I mean, this thing is ended. For anything that was left that could be resurrected, obviously, it's been years now. You both moved on. She has remarried somebody else, a pastor. Not that it really matters who she remarried to, but I'm just saying. I'm sure we all know that. But you both have moved on. You were both adults. And I'm just not... What is Shaq supposed to say? And to me, he's just trying to just let it slide. Like, he doesn't really... Like, is he supposed to start fighting and say, no, that's not true. You loved me. No, you love. What is that really going to do? That's why I said, when people have gone their separate ways and they've decided to go, to me, just let it be. Let it be. It's okay. There is really no need trying to kill ourselves over someone who decides to walk away from us. It's, to me, sometimes if it's your fault, you did, something, and you are able to kind of salvage that, of course. But if, it's not being made to be that easy or fluid, or there's really no interest from either parties or both parties, then just let it be. Okay, life, we got just one life. We got one life. That, as they say, this too shall pass. So just be another season of your life. Okay? And you get into another season where you'll be more productive. You will be okay, ultimately. Let's keep going on with this. Shaq's response to me, I don't know what else he needed to say. I think that was a very mature response, and he didn't have to say more than that.
Way more ups than downs. Oh, stop it.
And looks like Shaq's got no hard feelings after Shaunie's statement made its rounds
I
on the
mean,
internet, adding, "Wishing you all the best, all love."
of
And in the
course.
caption, doubling down, "Trust me, I get it."
The
Hmm.
downs, let's just say, he can't sit still for any length of time. Um, he doesn't like a lot of amusement things, like amusement parks. Sometimes he has a little problem with sharing, such as closet space.
A source close to Shaq tells ET he hasn't read his ex's memoir yet, but knew she was writing it, and he supported that. ET's insider adding, Shaq believes Shaunie is allowed to tell her story and understands he wasn't the perfect husband, but he loved her and their family. He takes responsibility for the demise of their marriage and has had a lot of time to work on himself and grow. He will not have anything bad to say about her and wishes her well.
So that's my thing. I mean, I've heard a lot of different things that, Shaq did or may have done. I wasn't there. This is all commentaries that I read or saw somewhere or heard from someone else. So, but from what I've seen, he's had nothing bad to say about the ex-wife. He's taken responsibilities. He's put it on himself to say, "Hey, I messed up," and I think that's part of the healing process as well, and part of an indicator that we want to change a supposed bad behavior, bad character, bad whatever. We are open to change. Admitting our faults, apologizing for our faults, again, saying we're sorry. It costs $0. It doesn't cost us anything to say we're sorry. As a matter of fact, it adds value to who we are, what we stand for, what we represent. So he's apologized. He's admitted. To me, they should have just kept this behind closed doors. There's really no reason bringing this out on, on social media or whatever media or medium. We getting this out. So I was really confused by the story, but there was something else. Just keep watching till the end, and I'll tell you what I was thinking. I don't know, because I don't know if she was trying to hurt him. I don't know if she was trying to just say her mind, why she was trying to do it. At this point in time, I am not sure. It just begs a lot of questions. And I see that in a lot of relationships today, especially when it doesn't work out. But more importantly, from the origination of the relationship, like how did we get into it? Was it based on a godly principle? Or did we just dabble into it? We just got into it. Oh, I like you, you like me, I'm feeling your vibes, we get married. And then, things don't work out, and then you end up saying, oh, I never really loved him. I never really loved her. There is more to relationship than just finding or lusting after someone and getting married to them. There's more to it. I believe in the godly principles of doing things. Certain things you have to do, and certain things you cannot do until you actually officially are joined together in holy matrimony. Let's just finish this, and I'll give you my perspective that I really wanted to hit on.
So, what exactly did Shaunie say about questioning her love for her ex? In an excerpt from the book, she says, "Looking back, I don't know that I was ever in love with the man, but I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with."
The ups, there's a lot. Let's see. You're
The
really
idea.
funny. You're very caring. You're just a good husband, a good dad.
I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him.
That was cruel. That was cruel. That was not nice. That was not. That was just. I don't know what word to use for that. You married the idea of someone, knowing fully well you did not love them, because that just didn't happen overnight. That just did not happen overnight. All that was known. There's definitely more to the story that, maybe she's going to reveal in her book or not. I don't know. But I just find this kind of really crazy. You waited this long. You like the idea. You married an idea. And then now, all of a sudden, after so many years, you come out and say you never really loved him. Which means you never really fell in love with him. You fell in love with the idea of Shaq. Whatever that is. Whatever that means to you. And that's been happening a lot in today's world. That's why relationships don't last. We're so superficial. Everything is not the real thing. We just lust. We don't love. We lust. Two different things. But again, let's just keep going.
Shaq and Shaunie first met in the late 90s, tying the knot in 2002, later welcoming 4 children together before calling it quits in 2011.
It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in my life. And I definitely went through some struggles on whether to stay or leave. When I did leave, I went through, oh my God, here I am, what have I done? I'm by myself.
E.T. spoke with the reality star after their split, where she opened up about why it wasn't easy for her to end their marriage.
So some people would say, oh, well, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, I think, yes, you do, but at the same time, you do think, okay, we're getting married, we're having kids, we're a family. Things are going to change. And that's probably a complete delusional thought process. But you do think that, or you have those hopes and like, you know what, this will all stop, it'll all go away, like Tinkerbell. And you're just the one that's like, okay, you look at those kids, you know, you're a family and you got to put that first.
All right. I think that was all they put out there, and that's all that we really need to know anyway. She basically has said she does not really, or she never really loved him. Now, here's my take, my summary version of what I think. Marriage for me is a very spiritual thing. So when people are joined in marriage, it goes beyond just two people coming together. There's a whole lot of spirituality that goes with it. I, for one, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus as my Lord and Savior. So with marriage, it's a marriage of 3. You got Jesus in the middle, my God, my wife, myself. So when we've been joined in marriage, it's way just more than just 2 of us coming together. So everything we do, is under the jurisdiction of the godly principles. So now with this story, it kind of makes me wonder. She complained that Shaq cheated multiple times. I am not condoning cheating. I will never condone cheating. That's not a good thing. You are not supposed to cheat. When you commit yourself to someone, you should commit yourself to someone from both sides. Not take advantage of each other. Be committed to the relationship. fully, holistically. However, when you say you married someone and you never really loved them, I could tell you that somehow, I don't know, Shaq can speak for himself. His psychology, his spiritual man, somewhere could sense that. And when you marry someone that you never loved, I can almost guarantee you she never gave her all, whatever that is. And he can sense that. And because it's a spiritual thing that's way more than just what we can see in the physical, I believe that's one of the reasons why Shaq was not stable in terms of staying with her holistically. His spirit man could sense that she's not giving me her all, and she knows that she's not giving her all to him, and both it's just not real. So it's a spiritual thing. You both come together, but you never love the person. Somehow the person will sense it. It's just how it works. You can't hide that for that long. And I dare say a lot of what she's saying now is her just trying to find peace in herself about what she did in that regard. Shaq has his own issues, yes. But I could also attribute that to the fact that he never really felt fully loved by his wife. You cannot not love someone and expect to get the results of fully loving someone. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. In marriage, you have to both commit. If there's an issue, you seek guidance from older people. If you like in my case, you go to Christian counseling, to your church, your pastors, whomever can help you, assist you, to guide you in what to do. So that's my take. I don't know why she is just talking now. I'm not sure what she's trying to really achieve by that, because now she is remarried. To me, just focus on your new marriage. Forget the past. Forget the old. It's almost like she's reliving the past. And I'm not sure why. She should just let it go. Some are saying because she wants to sell her book. I don't know if that's a good way. There's really no need for that. You've got kids. You don't really want, talking about yourselves in that regard. Just sort it out. You both agreed to go your separate ways. You could go your separate ways. It's okay. But I'm just really want to hone on that can it be that the reason Shaq was never really consistent, was running around, as she claims, could be the fact that she never really loved him. And he never really got or felt loved enough to remain true to their marriage. Because like I said, you don't have to say it. He could feel it. She could feel it. When you don't love someone that you're married to, they know something is wrong. And if you don't have the godly principle, there's a very high probability you will do something stupid or crazy or not appropriate. So to me, and in every relationship, I'm going to just throw this in there and I'll end this. In every relationship, I believe, for everything that happens, both parties have a part to play in it. Whether it's something you did or something you did not do, you have a contribution to it. So pointing fingers is not really the solution. And as they always say, when you point a finger at someone, always remember you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Well, tell me what you think. I'd like to know. I'd like to know your thoughts. I want to learn something. Share. I really want to know what you think about this story, because it's really all over the place, and I'm really curious. Like, what is going on? Why now? Why? What's the purpose? Thanks for stopping by. I love y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's me again, WJNI channel, One Life, Many Seasons. I'll be coming back with more pieces. You know how we like to close this out. Remember, we've got one life with many seasons. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.